Yo guys, what's going on? It's Russ here, bringing you guys a brand new video here for WPF week number 2 versus Mmuffinz and the Mmuffinz Mudkips. I am super excited to play Mmuffinz once again. It's been a little while, so I'm very excited to see, how they have fared recently and, see if maybe they have a little bit of better luck than the last time we played. No, but for real, Mmuffinz is a really great guy, so go ahead and show him and the rest of the WPF coaches some love down below. And make sure to hit that like and that subscribe button for myself if you haven't already. But yeah, let's go ahead and get right into the matchup. You see my team on the left and Mmuffinz team on the right. I'm rocking with TERA, Urshifu Single Strike, Tinkaton, Pecharunt, Hydrapple, Vaporeon, Donphan, TERA Dunsparce, Gardevoir, TERA AMPHAROS, and Ogerpon Teal, whereas Mmuffinz has TERA Zarude, Iron Treads, Primarina, Ribombee, Mandibuzz, Chi-Yu, Palmot with TERA, Azelf, TERA Farigiraf, Dusclops, and Dragalge. A lot of big threats on my opponent's side. Obviously, Zarude is a huge problem. I cannot allow that thing to get set up and get out of hand. Iron Treads can be a little annoying, but I think we have the team to deal with it. Primarina is really the only thing that Mmuffinz has to deal with Urshifu, outside of, like, Mandibuzz, I guess, would be a way to deal with it. Ribombee, I do think, could show up if they want to bring webs. Mandibuzz, I'm kind of 50-50 on. I could see it. I also could see him not bringing it. Chi-Yu, I definitely think shows up. I really have nothing that switches into like a Choice Specs Chi-Yu. It just basically 2-hit KOs everything, and it's really fucking annoying. TERA Palmot can be an issue depending on the set that he brings. Azelf, I think, is a really good lead option for like U-turn, rocks, T-wave, stuff like that. Farigiraf, I don't know if it comes or not. I think it's just going to be one of those things where it's not a bad mon in this matchup, but I don't know if he has room for it. Dusclops, I'm really not expecting, just because with Urshifu, Tornti can deal with it pretty easily. Hydrapple can actually deal with it pretty well. The Dunsparce pretty much walls that thing if I am special. So it's like, it's a whole thing. I don't think Dusclops comes. And then Dragalge, I do think shows up just because it's a good Spadef wall for Tornti. Obviously before the specific Teras. And then it's actually a really good Pecharunt check, because Pecharunt is actually pretty good in this matchup. Without further ado, let's get into what we're bringing and why we're bringing it. We have Tornti, Kevin with the TERA Flying this week with Liquid Storm, Heat Wave, Sludge Wave, and Nasty Plot, rocking 252 special attack, 48 speed, 48 special defense, 208 speed, Timid Nature with the heavy duty boots. We're rocking enough speed so we can outpace Azelf and everything below. Nothing too crazy there. Nasty Plot, +2, Bleak Wind plus Heat Wave plus Sludge Wave really doesn't have a whole lot of switch-ins. Obviously, if they have Scarfers, then this becomes a little bit less viable in the sense of there is going to be something that's going to want to outpace us and kill us. Possibly like a Scarf Palmot could be a problem in that aspect, but hopefully that's not too big of an issue for me this week. Next up, we're bringing Mordu, the Urshifu Single Strike, U-Turn, Wicked Blow, Close Combat, Poison Jab, rocking 252 attack, Adamant, with 156 special defense, 100 speed with a Choice Scarf. This outspeeds everything with the Choice Scarf. Now, granted, if something else is Choice Scarf, like if there's a Choice Scarf Zarude or Choice Scarf Chi-Yu, stuff like that, then I won't outpace it. But if there's no Scarfers, this will be the fastest thing on the field. U-Turn is pretty nice just to get some good momentum. Dual Stab is pretty free into most things outside of like the Fairy types. And then Poison Jab is mainly for those Fairy types, as well as possibly Tera Fairy Zarude, which I think is pretty likely here. Otherwise, yeah, pretty self-explanatory on the Urshifu this week. Next up, we're bringing Wade Ripple making his debut with the Vaporeon with Flip Turn, Scald, Wish, and Protect, rocking full Spadef, 248 HP, and 8 special attack as well. With the leftovers, with this specific investment, this is the only way where I do not get 2-hit KO'd by Choice Specs Modest Dark Pulse from the Chi-Yu. This is the one fucking mon I have. Because of leftovers and because of Protect, I will not get 2-hit KO'd. That is the only way, so I have to keep Vaporeon healthy in order to take on Chi-Yu. Hopefully I'm able to do that in this game. That is literally the only reason that this is here, is to take on that Chi-Yu. It's also nice to switch into Primarina if it's not running Energy Ball. Outside of that, not a whole lot of usage in this game. Next up, we're bringing Pearl Gardevoir with Trace this week as well, rocking Moonblast, Psyshock, Mystical Fire, and Trick. 252 special attack, Modest Nature, 20 special defense, and 236 speed with the Choice Scarf as well. Kind of the same thing with the Gardevoir. This, if there is nothing scarfed, this will be the fastest thing on the field. Moonblast plus Psyshock is really good into my opponent's team outside of the Iron Treads, which is why we have the Mystical Fire. and then Trick just in case I want to get a Trick off on potentially like a Mandibuzz or a Dusclops to get rid of the Eviolite, stuff like that. And last but certainly not least, Psych. I actually am not done yet. Next up, we have Ogerpon Wazowski here with U-Turn, Ivy Cudgel, Play Rough, and Stomping Tantrum. 252 attack, 32 special defense, 224 speed with the Life Orb and the Jolly Nature. With this specific investment, we are outpacing the Iron Treads and everything below. Play Rough plus Ivy Cudgel is really good in my opponent's team outside of the Dragalge, which is why we're running the Stomping Tantrum. U-Turn just to get some momentum. Ivy Cudgel is pretty free, like I said. It's really good for Primarina. It does pretty solid damage into the Iron Treads. And honestly, just in general, it's very solid. Obviously, if it's a Sap Sipper like TERA Steel or TERA like Fire or something with the Farigiraf, then that's definitely something I have to watch out for. Hopefully, they don't bring that, though. So we'll see how that goes. But I think Overprime can put in some good work this week. And last but certainly not least, we're bringing Luxo Jr., the Ampharos, making his debut with the static ability, rocking Thunderbolt, Dazzling Gleam, Terra Blast, and Agility, rocking 200 defense, 124 special attack, 184 speed with a modest nature, the weakness policy with Terra Ground. Now, with this Ampharos here, after an Agility, we are able to outspeed everything barring Choice Scarfers and punch holes in this team. At +2, we OHKO most of the things we need to OHKO. We'll need some chip for some certain things. So this is a hopeful late game win con. With the 200 defense investment, I am guaranteed to live non-booster or boosting item Earthquake from the Iron Treads. This way I can set up the weakness policy in front of it, get the agility, OHKO it with Terra Blast Ground if it's max HP, and start ripping through this team. Now, the only situation where this gets a little foggy is really if the Zarude hasn't Terra'd already. Because here's the thing, if it hasn't Terra'd already, I have to really choose my move, because +2 Dazzling Gleam, if they are not a Dark type, does not OHKO. +2 T-Bolt, if they are still a Grass type, obviously does not OHKO, and same thing with Terra Blast Ground. I am really needing them to Terra the Zarude before I can set up with the Ampharos here. If I can do that, if I can force that Terra early, then this Ampharos can absolutely win this game. Which is a crazy fucking statement. But we're here. We're going to try. Honestly, full disclosure, this week is the same week that the finals game for IBL happened. So I didn't get to go fully in-depth with this team as much as I would have liked to. Hopefully that doesn't come to bite me in the ass. But that's going to do it for this team builder, guys. Let me know what you guys think of the team down below, and I will see you guys in the battle. Peace out. Yo, guys, what's going on? It's Roast here, bringing guys WPF week number 2 versus Mmuffinz and the Mmuffinz Mudkips. Very excited for this game. Mmuffinz has a very scary team, but hopefully we can put in the work. As you see, we're bringing the Ampharos this week, so this is really cool. I'll be very excited for this. Good luck, have fun to Mmuffinz. Let's see what they... Knowledge. Azelf comes out first. I kind of just want to hit this with a Bleakwind. I didn't bring any hazard removal, so this is kind of free for him. I'm just gonna click Bleakwind. I'm faster than this unless he's Scarfed. I do about 70%. He's not Scarfed. It's a little bit... Yeah, that's about right. Speed drop, whatever. Nobody cares. Thunderwave. That's a little unfortunate. Okay, so you're -1 now. And I am paralyzed. Okay, so you will outspeed me. And you might just kill me with Explosion if you have it. I don't really think... Yeah, I'm just gonna click Bleakwind again. I'm not gonna think about it. Torn is not super needed here. It's nice for damage into the Zarude. That's about it. He's gonna switch. Okay. Seaweed, that's the Dragalge. I'm gonna get some good damage on this, though. Fuck. Okay, never mind. I lied. Could go Urshifu here. Could Could also go Vaporeon on the Dragalge. If you're not offensive, you do a decent bit. If you are, Draco's doing half. If you're Specs, you're doing like 60. Draco twice doesn't kill because of leftovers, so I kind of have to go into this. Getting weakened for Chiyu is not great. I'm just gonna take my damage here. Or take my Sludge Wave. Not Specs. Good to know. Okay. I will probably just Flip Turn. I could also Scald here. I could actually... I don't hate a Wish play here. I don't actually hate... Wish? I'm gonna Wish. Maybe you Flip Turn... Maybe you just... Toxic. That's fine. That is fine. Here... I kind of want... Okay, so Sludge Wave... I mean, Urshifu could take the hit, and I 2-hit KO this thing. Getting Toxic... Again, a little unfortunate. Not that big of a deal. I will just Flip Turn out. I'm not gonna think about it too hard. I could easily just go Torn, and probably get some good damage off with this. Flip Turn... You are not Rocky Helmet. Good to know. Torn, I do about, if you're like max HP, I do about 40 with, what's it called? So, with Bleak Wind. I'm still at speed. Sludge Wave shouldn't do too much. Yep. You are Black Sludge. I honestly just want to click Bleak Wind again. Do about 36 to 43 if you're max HP. Fuck, dude! That's really annoying. I'm just gonna take my damage. Really annoying. This paralysis early is really frustrating. I mean, I want to get you in range to where Gardevoir can potentially pick you off. Bleak Wind, that's about right. Got a speed drop, whatever. Sludge Wave is fine. Torn doesn't really have a use here too much at this point. I am just gonna Bleak Wind again if I can. Cool, I can. Awesome. Do good damage. Gardevoir. Ooh. So, okay, so Dragalge is gonna pick up that kill. That's fine. Okay, so since I'm gonna have adaptability here, Moonblast rips through this team. I'm going Gardevoir. If you are max special defense, calm-natured, I still do 40%. Actually, can I check that damage on Torn? Because you were doing about 45 to Torn. So that's not offensive. Yeah, that's just... Okay. I'm just gonna Moonblast. I'm not gonna think about it. I'm gonna Moonblast. Yeah. Even to Treads, like, Treads doesn't really want to take this. Treads takes about half, depending on his spread. If it's like a bulky one, then it'll take less, but normal does half. I'm chunking something. Mermaid, this is not taking it that well. Unless you're Assault Vested. You are. You are Assault Vested. Okay. Yeah, that should have done a lot more. I will just honestly go into this. Yeah. I'm just gonna go Vapo. And probably Wish. Gardevoir. Adaptability. Yeah, that's like max fucking Assault Vest. So that's good to know. Wade Ripple comes back out here. Vaporeon. Moonblast shouldn't do too much. Not much. Okay. You do get Encore. I could wish into Ogerpon, potentially. It's not a bad idea. My Ampharos endgame is actually looking really good. Which I know is crazy. But it's funny. It is funny. Yeah, they are gonna switch out. That's fine. Probably Zarude. Oh no, back into this. Okay. Okay. I think could just protect here, but I don't want this thing to get too healthy. I'm at half now. I kind of have to protect, I feel like. Because, let's see, Azelf is weakened, this is weakened. Prim is at like 75. You're probably gonna Sludge Wave here. How well does, like, Urshifu take that? I take about half. It's not too bad. I'm just gonna flip turn. I'm just gonna flip turn. That's fine. I don't mind taking the damage. I'm kind of losing my Chiyu check a little bit. But I kind of don't know if I have much of a choice. I am just gonna switch into this. It's fine. Beautiful. Okay, if you are not physically defensive, I mean, Wicked Blow does 65, but even if you are, I did like, what, 40, I think was the roll? 45, something like that? 47, yeah. Wicked Blow does kill. I think you want to preserve this. I feel like you go Prim. But I don't think I can make that play. Yeah, I'm just gonna get the kill here. Urshifu picks up that kill. Oh, okay, that's why. Because, you are Poison Point. I didn't see that. Okay, so that makes sense. So you might not be versus Prim, but I think you are still. Maybe, like, offensive Assault Vested. Monkey moment. Okay. I'm honestly just gonna go into this. Yeah, I'm just gonna go this. I'm not gonna think about it too much. I'm gonna go Gardevoir here, into the Zarude here. He doesn't know that I'm Scarfed. He also doesn't know that I'm double Scarfed. So if you Terra Fairy, I'm doing about 40%. Trace, Leaf Guard, that's fine. If you bulk up... I mean, Moonblast is still my better play, actually, because I do about half. I do it KO, unless you're, like, bulky. Bulk up, yep, there it is. I figured it was coming. +1. I mean, I die. I don't have a choice, though. Yeah, I just have to do it. I just have to take my chip. Yeah, it's about half what I expected. Knockoff does kill me. Okay. Let's see, what am I gonna do here? And you're, okay, here, +1 now. Okay, so, Ogre Pawn. I feel like Ogre Pawn is a little bit better here than, Urshifu. Unless, no, I think I need Urshifu just in case that's a Choice Scarf Chi, or like not a Choice, in case it's not Choice Scarf Chi-Yu. So I think I go into this, I do 40 with, Ivy Cudgel, potentially crit. A crit would be great. I just have to do it. I just don't have a choice. If I was Choice Banded, would it have killed? No. Okay. I almost went with Choice Banded instead of Life Orb here, so. I guess I'm kind of glad I didn't. Ivy Cudgel? Okay, that's fine. Probably gonna die here. Nope, I live. Okay, non-life orb, 28 to 33. That looks like range. That looks like range. It's just above 25. Beautiful. Okay. I am liking this. Now that this thing is gonna potentially be gone, again, my Ampharos endgame looks good. It's really funny that that's like a thing I'm actually trying for, but I think it's funny. Ivy Cudgel should pick up this kill. Beautiful, Ogre Pawn. Thank you. Okay. TERA's Rude dealt with. And I still have a little bit... I mean, you probably just go Azelf, right? If you go Azelf, that's fine. Maybe you didn't expect Ogre Pawn, so maybe you don't go Azelf here. Maybe you didn't have the speed for it. Knowledge, that's Azelf. Okay, you have the speed for it. Now, I could make a little bit of an aggressive play. But I think, honestly, I'm just gonna click Ivy Cudgel. I'm not gonna really think about it. That's fine. Ogre Pawn, that's fine. Okay. What comes in here? If it's Treads, I go Ampharos. If it's Treads, I go Ampharos and I click Agility. Mermaid. Damn it, it's not. Okay. How much does Urshifu to Brim Arena? Max HP. Poison Jab actually could kill here. Yeah, I'm just gonna do it. Yeah, I just have to do it. Yeah, I don't have a choice. Probably goes... I feel like he goes Treads here, but... Nope. Okay, do I pick up the skill? Nope. Unless... Nope. Okay. That's fine. Okay. Ampharos should outspeed. Yup. Ampharos is gonna get a kill. This is actually perfect. Ampharos gets a kill. Okay. So I live Treads. I live in Earthquake. live in Earthquake. If it's max attack, not boosting item or anything. And then +2 TERA Blast. Yup, okay, here we go. It's time. It's now or never. Live. Let's go. This is so dumb. Ampharos is about to style on him. Here we go! Okay. Yeah, okay, if it's Choice Scarf Chiyu, he will outspeed. I just have to hope it's not Choice Scarf Chiyu. This should kill. This should kill. Ampharos! Yeah! That's so stupid. Okay, if it's Chiyu, if Chiyu's Choice Scarf, he goes to it now. Brrr. I mean, I have to click it. I don't have a choice. He's not Choice Scarfed! Yes! Yeah! Yes! This is really dumb. I can't believe that worked. Okay. I built this set kind of as a joke. And it just won the game. GG's to Muffin, fucking Ampharos. I can't believe that worked. I can't believe that worked. GG's to Muffins. I never thought I'd see an Ampharos fucking 4-kill game. 4 kills? I'll see you guys in week 3. Peace out.